Let me tell you something about life, folks. In 2025, we need to reclaim our peace, protect our dreams, and understand that not everything in life is meant to be shared. We live in a world that celebrates oversharing, a world where people feel compelled to broadcast every thought, every emotion, and every plan. But here's the truth. Not everyone sitting at your table is breaking bread with you. Discretion, my friends, is a gift. Proverbs 13:3 tells us, "Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips comes to ruin." There is wisdom in holding back and keeping certain parts of your life sacred, and in guarding your heart against the noise of the world. Your dreams, for instance, are like seeds planted in fertile soil. You wouldn't scatter them in rocky ground or leave them exposed for birds to snatch away, would you? When Joseph in the Bible shared his dreams with his brothers, they didn't celebrate him. They plotted against him. When you share your plans too early, you risk allowing others to sow seeds of doubt and fear into your vision. Keep your dreams close, nurture them in silence, and let the results speak for themselves. Success doesn't need to be announced. It announces itself when the time is right. Your personal struggles, too, should be protected. Every family faces challenges, and every person battles private pain. But airing these struggles to the world doesn't heal them. It only weakens the bonds that hold you together. Jesus said in Matthew 18:15, "If your brother sins against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone." Handle your issues with love, respect, and discretion, keeping them within the circle of those who can truly help. The world doesn't need to weigh in on your healing process. That's between you, your loved ones, and God. And let's talk about your finances. Money is a powerful tool, but in the wrong hands, it can become a weapon. When you share your financial situation freely, you invite envy, judgment, and manipulation. Philippians 4:12 reminds us to find contentment, whether in abundance or in lack. Keep your financial journey private and share only with those you trust completely. This isn't about secrecy, it's about stewardship and wisdom. Trust is another treasure we often undervalue. When someone shares their secrets with you, treat their trust as gold. Gossip might win you a laugh or a fleeting moment of attention, but it will cost you relationships and integrity. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." If you want lasting relationships built on respect, honor the trust others place in you. Now let's discuss good deeds. True kindness doesn't seek applause. We live in a time when people perform acts of generosity with one hand while recording it with the other. But real value lies in quiet, unacknowledged service. Matthew 6:3 reminds us, when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Kindness done in silence is kindness done with purity of heart. Let your actions shine on their own without the need for recognition. Even your health is sacred. Not everyone needs to know what you're going through. Share your journey only with those who care deeply, who can offer real support and encouragement. The world isn't your diary, and public opinions often bring more harm than good when it comes to personal matters. As Isaiah 53:5 reminds us, by his wounds we are healed. Healing is deeply personal and should be treated as such. Finally, guard your fears and weaknesses. They're your battles to overcome, not weapons for others to use against you. 2 Timothy 1:7 reminds us, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." When you share your vulnerabilities with the wrong people, you give them power over you. Not everyone will use that power for good. Protect your strength by sharing your struggles only with those who genuinely want to see you rise. So in 2025, let's commit to keeping our peace, our power, and our integrity intact. As Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Your dreams, your struggles, your blessings, and your truths are treasures that deserve to be nurtured and protected. Let your life speak for itself, not through oversharing, but through the quiet, undeniable evidence of God's work in you. Protect your purpose, preserve your peace, and trust in His perfect timing. Not everything is meant to be revealed. Some things are meant to grow in silence until the world is ready to see the masterpiece He's creating in you. In this world of constant noise and endless sharing, there's a power in knowing what to keep sacred. Sometimes what you don't share is just as important as what you do. We live in a time where social media, casual conversations, and even idle coffee shop chats can become traps, places where personal details become public gossip. But the truth is, not everyone deserves access to your heart, your struggles, or the inner sanctity of your life. Your family, for instance, is your foundation, your safe place. When you share family issues with the outside world, you weaken that foundation. Think about this. Your family is like a tree with deep roots. Those roots anchor the tree, keeping it alive and steady through life's storms. But when you dig up those roots and expose them to the world, you make the tree vulnerable. It becomes defenseless against the winds and storms that come its way. That's what happens when you let others in on the intimate struggles of your family. You expose something sacred to a world that might not care, and worse, might use it against you. Now, keeping family struggles private doesn't mean ignoring them. It doesn't mean pretending that everything is fine when it's not. No, it means handling those challenges with care, intention, and love. With your family, work through the tough times together, not on display for the world to pick apart. Matthew 18:15 teaches us to approach conflict with discretion, to handle our issues in private and with respect. This isn't secrecy, it's wisdom. It's honoring your family by refusing to let the world turn their humanity into a spectacle. Of course, there will be moments when the weight feels too heavy to bear alone. And when that happens, it's okay to seek help. But even then, be discerning. Choose someone who has proven their love, discretion, and ability to support you without judgment. Not someone looking to gossip or to feed their curiosity. Remember, trust is sacred, and once it's broken, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. If you've made the mistake of oversharing before, don't worry. It's not the end. Learn from it. Decide today that your family's struggles will no longer be entertainment for others or fodder for idle talk. Family isn't just about blood. It's about love, loyalty, and the people who stand by you no matter what. That kind of love deserves to be protected. It deserves respect, and it deserves respect, and it deserves your silence when the world tries to pry into things that aren't their business. Inside your home, there should be peace, forgiveness, and a space to grow without fear of judgment. That kind of environment isn't possible if you let the world in on your private moments. When you keep what happens inside those walls private, you're not just protecting your family's dignity, you're safeguarding their humanity. You're saying, I see your flaws, your pain, your struggles, and I will honor them by keeping them safe. And don't think for a second that keeping family matters private means you're stuck. Broken things can be repaired. Healing starts with trust, and trust begins by keeping your family struggles within your circle. The world doesn't see your family the way you do. They don't see the love behind the arguments, the sacrifices behind closed doors, or the quiet moments of forgiveness. That's your story, and it doesn't belong to anyone else. Guard it like the treasure it is, imperfect, messy, but precious. When you treat your family like the treasure they are, things change. You stop focusing on the mistakes and start seeing the potential. You stop seeing only the pain and begin building on the love. And when you do that, you create a foundation that stands strong no matter how hard life's storms hit. Protect your family's struggles. Keep their stories private. When you do, you create a space where trust can deepen, love can grow, and healing can take place. That, my friends, is how you build a family that's unshakable. And this principle goes beyond family. It extends to every relationship in your life. When someone opens their heart to you, when they share their fears, their dreams, or their past, they're entrusting you with something sacred. That trust isn't given lightly, and you have a responsibility to protect it. When someone shows vulnerability, they're letting you see their true self. That's not something to take for granted. It's a gift, and gifts should be treated with care. Proverbs 11:13 tells us, "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret." If you want to be someone who builds lasting relationships, someone who others trust and respect, then honor the confidence placed in you. Protect the secrets, the struggles, and the dreams that others share with you. Because in doing so, you're not just honoring them, you're showing that you're a person of integrity. And integrity, my friends, is a treasure worth guarding above all else. Let me share something with you that's so simple, yet so profound. Trust is a fragile, beautiful thing. It's like glass. When whole, it reflects light and clarity. But if it's shattered, no matter how carefully you piece it back together, the cracks remain, and they serve as a constant reminder of what's been broken. When someone shares their secrets, their fears, or their struggles with you, they're not doing it lightly. They're carrying battles you might never see, burdens too heavy to bear alone. And in that moment, they've chosen you, not for judgment, not for betrayal, but for understanding, safety, and compassion. When someone confides in you, they're handing you a piece of themselves, a piece of their soul. Your role is not to gossip or to turn their story into entertainment. Your role is to be a guardian, and guardians protect. They protect what's sacred, what's entrusted to them. That trust, my friends, is not a trivial thing. It's a reflection of who you are. It says, I believe in you. I trust you with my most vulnerable truths. That's a gift, a privilege, and a responsibility. In today's world, oversharing is everywhere. Social media, casual conversations, the constant temptation to tell just one more person. These things make the act of keeping a secret feel old-fashioned. But let me tell you, there's immense power in restraint. When you honor someone's trust, you're strengthening the bond between you. You're becoming the kind of person others can rely on. And that's not just powerful, it's rare. Think about it. Trust isn't about what you do when people are watching. It's about who you are when no one is looking. It's about integrity. And integrity means doing what's right, not because it's easy, but because it's right. Keeping someone's secret, even when it feels heavy, is not a burden, it's an honor. Someone saw strength in you, believed you were capable of carrying their vulnerability, and handed you something precious. That's respect, that's love. And that's the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Temptation might come knocking. You might think it's just one person. It won't hurt. But let me ask you this. How would you feel if your deepest fears or most personal stories were passed around like gossip? Would you ever trust that person again? Breaking trust isn't just about losing someone's confidence. It's about losing your credibility, your respect, and a piece of your own integrity. And let me tell you, once trust is broken, it's like trying to rebuild a shattered mirror. The cracks may no longer be sharp, but they'll always be visible. Now let's flip this around. When you protect someone's trust, you're doing more than honoring them. You're building your own character. You're showing the world and yourself that you can be relied upon. And in a world where trust is so easily broken, that's a rare and valuable quality. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. It takes strength and courage to resist the urge to share what you've been told in confidence. But that strength will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. Imagine this. Someone remembers you not for the things you said to impress others or for the ways you sought attention, but for how you made them feel safe, valued, and understood. That's the kind of legacy worth leaving behind. Not one of betrayal or empty words, but one of loyalty, respect, and unwavering integrity. When you protect someone's secret, you're not just safeguarding their heart, you're safeguarding their heart. You're safeguarding your own. You're saying, I value this relationship. I value my own character, and I value what we've built together. Think about the people you admire most in life. Chances are, they're not the ones who broke trust for a moment of attention. They're the ones whose word was their bond, whose loyalty was unwavering, and whose integrity shone through in everything they did. Be that person. Choose to rise above the noise, the drama, and the temptation to betray. Choose to stand for something meaningful. Because when you do, you'll find there's no better feeling than knowing you did right by someone, that you were their safe place, their confidant, their protector. And let's not forget, keeping someone's trust is a reflection of the kind of person you want to be. It's not about gaining something for yourself. It's about giving. Giving someone the gift of your loyalty, your respect, your integrity. That's priceless. That's a gift no amount of money can buy. And when it comes to sharing your own struggles, like your health concerns, I'm not saying you should keep everything bottled up. But hear me out. Even in seeking support, you have to be wise. Share with those who genuinely care, who have earned the right to know your story. Not everyone needs to hear your struggles, because not everyone will handle them with care. The world isn't your diary, and public opinion often does more harm than good. Be discerning. Find the right people, the right place, and the right moment. At the end of the day, the value of our relationships isn't measured by what we gain, but by what we give. And when you give someone the gift of your trust, or honor the trust they've placed in you, you're offering something priceless. You're offering love, respect, and the assurance that they are safe with you. That's how you build a life of meaning, a life of honor, and a legacy worth remembering. Let me remind you of something powerful. Your health, your body, your mind, your spirit is sacred. It belongs to you and no one else. When you face challenges, whether physical, mental, or emotional, the world doesn't need to know every detail. Keep that power for yourself. When you share too much too quickly, you expose yourself to a flood of opinions, and let's be honest, not all opinions are helpful. Some people mean well, but others will cast doubt, belittle your strength, or tell you that you're not enough. That noise doesn't help. It only distracts you from what truly matters. Focus, faith, and your path forward. What you need in those moments isn't the chatter of a crowd. You need clarity. You need strength. Turn to God, prayer, professionals, or whatever gives you hope and direction. These are the sources of wisdom and healing, not the opinions of people who've never walked a mile in your shoes. It's okay to feel like the weight of your struggles is too much to bear at times. It's okay to have moments where you question everything, but those moments, they don't define you. What defines you is how you rise, how you write, and how you move forward in the face of the impossible. Your health journey isn't just about your body. It's about your spirit and your mind, about how you choose to carry yourself even when the weight feels unbearable. Carry yourself with grace, dignity, and quiet strength. You don't need to announce your battles to the world to prove your worth. The world doesn't need to see your scars to know you're a warrior. Keep that fight within you, burning quietly but fiercely. When you overcome these trials, and you will, you won't just be healed. You'll be transformed, stronger in ways you never imagined. When it comes to sharing your fears and weaknesses, be cautious. The hard truth is, not everyone in your circle is rooting for you. There are those who wait for you to let your guard down, only to use your vulnerabilities against you. Why hand them the tools to hurt you? Why give anyone the chance to shake your confidence or self-belief? I'm not saying you should suppress your emotions or pretend everything's fine when it's not. We all face struggles, doubts, and fears. I've been knocked down. I've faced failures and moments of overwhelming doubt. But I didn't let those fears define me, and I didn't share them with anyone who wouldn't help me rise above them. Be selective about who you trust. Share your struggles, but only with those who will lift you up, empower you, and encourage you to keep going. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. Choose carefully. Protect your vulnerabilities. Open up only to those who have earned the right to hold your trust. Here's the truth. Your journey is yours alone. There will always be people who doubt you, criticize you, and even hope for your failure. But none of that matters unless you allow it to. You get to decide how much space you give to negativity, doubt, and fear. The power lies in your hands. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself what you're made of. When the world tries to pull you down, when the weight feels unbearable, remember this. Every ounce of strength you need is already inside of you. The resilience, the courage, the will to keep going. It's all there, waiting for you to tap into it. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need validation or approval from anyone. Your worth isn't determined by what others say or think. It's determined by how you rise when life gets tough, by how you carry yourself when no one is watching, by how you choose to fight, even when the odds are against you. Life will push you to the edge, but you are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by how you overcome them. Stay focused, stay strong, stay true to yourself. You are capable of more than you realize. And with every step forward, you'll prove to yourself just how powerful you truly are. It's okay to feel weak sometimes. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to doubt. But don't let fear control you. Don't let doubt define you. Every moment of struggle is a moment to grow, a chance to remind yourself that you're stronger than any challenge you face. So hold your head high, protect your peace, guard your power. And when the world tries to tell you otherwise, let your resilience speak louder than any voice of doubt. You've got this, and with God, faith, and your own inner strength, you'll overcome anything life throws your way. We all have flaws, we all face struggles, but it's how you handle them that truly defines who you are. Life will knock you down, it's inevitable, but you've got to stand up, face your fears, and keep moving forward. No one else is going to fight your battles for you. No one else is going to build your strength from within. You've got to be your own champion. Strength isn't just about the battles you win in the outside world. True strength is found in the resilience you show when no one else is watching. It's in the moments that test you, the days that break you down when you feel like giving up but choose to rise anyway. That's where real power lies, in the decision to keep going no matter what. The world might try to tell you that your struggles make you weak, but that's a lie. Your struggles don't define you. They are stepping stones, preparing you for the greatness ahead. Every time you get knocked down, you're given a chance to grow. Every fear you face, every obstacle you overcome, shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. So stop worrying about proving anything to anyone else. The only person you need to prove something to is yourself. Be proud of how far you've come, of the battles you fought and won. Even if no one else sees them, your strength is your own, and no one can take it away. You are the author of your story. You hold the pen, and you decide how the chapters unfold. Don't let anyone or anything dictate your worth or your potential. Life is about persistence, not perfection. None of us are perfect. We all fall short, we all make mistakes. But what matters is that we keep showing up. We keep fighting. We keep believing in ourselves. Fear will try to hold you back, but fear only has power if you give it attention. It's like a shadow. It looms large until you step into the light of your faith and your belief in yourself. Then it starts to shrink, losing its hold on you. Be selective about who you share your fears and weaknesses with. Not everyone in your life deserves access to the most vulnerable parts of you. Protect your heart, protect your struggles, and only open up to the people who will lift you higher. Find those who see your potential, who remind you of your strength, and who encourage you to keep rising. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk it with you. What matters is that you believe in yourself, even when others don't. You already face so much. You've fought battles no one has seen, endured struggles no one can understand, and yet you're still standing. That's something to be proud of. You don't need to share every detail of your journey with the world. Your strength doesn't need validation from anyone else. What matters is that you know your worth, that you see the power and resilience inside of you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a chance to come back stronger. Life is going to push you, test you, and try to break you. But you have everything you need to overcome it. Your fears don't define you. Your weaknesses don't define you. It's how you rise that matters. So rise with courage. Rise with faith. Rise with faith. Rise knowing that you are stronger than anything life throws at you. Not everyone will believe in you, and that's fine. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. The only approval you need is your own. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep fighting and keep believing in the power within you. Surround yourself with people who see the best in you, who lift you up when you're down and who remind you of your strength when you forget it yourself. You've got this. You are more powerful than you realize, more resilient than you give yourself credit for, and more capable than you've ever imagined. Every time you rise, you prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. So hold your head high, face your fears, protect your peace, and let your strength shine through. Your journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Keep believing, keep rising, and never forget. You've got this.